Well, Australia's other government-owned communications company is NBN Co, which is now rapidly upgrading its network in line with consumer demand. But there's something else. It's also seeking more innovative solutions to get its network back up and running after natural disasters. And that includes collaboration with small Australian manufacturers, as Edward Boyd reports.
After extreme, damaging weather events like storms, bushfires and floods, it's critical to restore public utilities as quickly as possible. Roads can be blocked, power lines down, phone lines cut. In situations like this, authorities need to act quickly to bring essential services back online. Communication is the key, and that's where nimble little trucks like this Hino come in handy.
By having a seat at the table in those control rooms, we can collaborate with emergency services and also electricity providers so that when it is safe to re-enter an area that might have had a bushfire sweep through, and we can deploy our field techs and engineers, we can get into those areas that we need to inspect the network, assess for damage and undertake critical repairs as soon as possible.
NBN Co has 5 of these trucks across the east coast and southern part of Australia. So far, there's 2 in Queensland and 1 apiece in New South Wales, Victoria and South Australia. These trucks are called elevated work platforms. They are essentially mini cherry pickers which allow techs to install, maintain and repair aerial sections of the NBN network.
They enable the crews to operate safely. Very safe elevated work platform, as you can see behind me, so that they can get into those aerial lead-ins and aerial transmission links, get access to them in a safe way and be able to undertake preventative maintenance on the network and repair any faults. Particularly important as we come into bushfire and flood season in Australia, and we can get these trucks out where they're needed most very quickly.
The hybrid trucks also use about 20% less fuel than the traditional trucks that would do this work.
Something as simple as this truck goes to the heart of everything the government and policymakers have been talking about. Improving Australia's productivity, relying on Aussie manufacturing. Parts of this truck were assembled in Australia, and fixing Australia's infrastructure services like telco systems.
Hino builds the truck bases, but the conversion to an elevated work platform happens at the Melbourne suburb of Bayswater. At the Nifty Lift factory, the platforms are assembled and mounted onto the vehicles, then sent out on the road.
The Nifty Lift is Australia's largest elevating work platform manufacturer. We specialise in truck-mounted insulated machines, so primary use is for construction and maintenance of power lines, electricity networks. As you said, we've been operating for about 32 years, and in that time we've produced hundreds of machines, sold all across Australia, some internationally.
Nifty Lift was established in 1991, and today it has about 80 employees. Its primary customers include electricity network owners, including Power Corp, Gemina, Ausgrid and Energex. Nifty Lift also does work with railway and underground mining companies.
We do all of our structural welding and everything in-house, so we'll buy in all the steelwork and weld it together to our designs. So we've got a team of in-house engineers that design the machines. And from the time we first pick up a welder through to handing the keys to the lucky client, it's about a 8 or 9 week process. And we're currently delivering a truck every 3 days, with plans to increase that further from January.
NBN's plan is to build more of these vehicles to improve its emergency response times.
This truck and 4 others like it have just been on the road for a matter of weeks. Customers, business, residential customers may start to see them in their neighbourhoods over the coming weeks and months. We're doing essential preventative maintenance work. We're also in the midst of a national rollout of fibre right across the network that will enable up to 10 million homes and businesses to access full fibre services by the end of 2025.
It's all one step towards NBN Co's aim to have a fully electric or hybrid fleet by 2030.